Everyone wants to know the secret, the one strategy, the magic formula that will make you a funded trader. But what most trading gurus don't tell you is that there isn't actually one of them. But what we do have instead is a list of principles which every single funded trader follows. And today you're going to hear them directly from traders who've actually cracked the code, who've actually managed to pass their challenges, get funded, and see actual payouts. Today they won't be sharing any theories, but actual back-tested, forward-tested strategies that they use to actually withdraw their profits. Let's start with Andrew Jones, who discovered that the edge isn't actually on the charts, but in a part which most traders completely ignore.
Seriously, if you win, just walk away for the day. You can, if you look at charts for too long, you can talk yourself into anything. If you lose, walk away. And I struggle with that. But I think once you can kind of manage the mental side of stuff, or at least get a grasp on it. Like I feel so bad today that I blew nearly $18,000 when it was just there. And all I had to do was just walk away. But I talked myself into stuff that I had this extra equity, and that takes practice too, I guess. I didn't practice walking away, but you know, when you get demo accounts and you're practicing strategies and you're practicing all this stuff, you can practice walking away too. That's where I'm at right now. And I'm really kind of like, if I hit my trades, I'm good. There's no point. Let's start again tomorrow. Let's get fresh eyes. Let's look. And if it's not there tomorrow, don't force it. Just walk away.
Did you hear that? So how does he avoid revenge trading and actually saving his profits from it? This is what separates funded traders and traders who keep blowing accounts. But risk management is only half the battle. You also need to know when to trade. And that's where Kyle Stansel comes in, because his approach to timing completely changed how he views the market.
I like to look at the 12-hour chart. And the 12-hour chart kind of gives me overall trend, where we are with the trend. And I kind of look for certain levels, certain, turnaround points, structure. And then what I do is I kind of go down, top down. Now as I come to drop down to the 4-hour, kind of see what's going on the 4-hour. Big part of my strategy is the 20 moving average, which I tend to keep on my chart, as well as the Bollinger Bands, which, kind of uses the 20 already if you use the standard deviations. And so my positions are kind of pretty much based off scalping.
Now, did you actually manage to notice a pattern? These traders do not rely on fancy indicators or some expensive software. They are mastering the fundamentals of trading. But with trading, we of course have many different layers. So even if you get your timing right and your risk management right, you can still fail in the markets if you fail to understand this part. Goodwin calls it the compound effect. And it's probably one of the most underrated skills.
So what I do, in the morning, this actually matters a lot with brain power and trading. Exercising is important. So in the morning, just do some push-ups, do some hammer curls with some basic dumbbells that you have. And if you just do 5 minutes a day, and then 10 minutes a day, and then 15 minutes a day, and then 20 minutes a day, a really good book that taught me this really, really cool strategy on how to build healthy habits, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. That book changed my life. I read it when I was 24 years old. It changed my life, right? And, just start small. So those little small exercises that you can do at home without even needing to go to some fancy gym. Nothing against fancy gyms. I actually like sometimes going to fancy gyms. It's kind of fun doing it. I just don't really have the time to do that. It takes time to go there, take a shower after, come back home, change, right? Fair enough, though. Fair enough to people that do it. All the power to you, right? But for myself, I have more... I'd rather spend less time doing that and more time doing what you and me are talking about right now, such as trading, right? Yeah. So those small little exercises every day significantly helps our brain power, right? And it really, and then multiple multivitamins as well, super important, multivitamins. I used to drink too much and I learned that it really hurts me a lot, so I had to quit.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So all that stuff, your life outside of trading, your life outside of the office from your computer is actually almost more important. No. It is. It is more important than our lives at the computer at the desk.
That right there, that is the difference between knowing what to do and actually doing it, executing it. Trading psychology isn't some fluffy self-help talk. It's the foundation, fine. But let's talk about the actual execution, because all the psychology in the world will not help you if you don't have a strategy that fits your lifestyle. Joel Herrera figured out how to build a system that works with his trading style and strategy.
For me, I try to enter during the Asian, and I leave it open and pray that before New York hits, I already hit my TP. If not, then I'm usually looking to get out of the market. I'm not a big fan trading in New York with all the news anyways, and the movement is dangerous. So you kind of learn along the way. Yeah.
Do you prefer to kind of enter a trade and then go to sleep, kind of forcing yourself to, not interfere with it because you're asleep, than if you were to enter a trade and actually actively kind of be at the computer and watch it?
Yeah, because, honestly, I'm not perfect, and Forex works with your emotions.
Oh.
And, and sometimes checking the chart, you go excited and then you start going the other way and you feeling anxious and all that. So for me, it just works to go to sleep, honestly, and respect the strategy. That way I'm okay with whatever happens. Even if I lose, I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, next day when I wake up and I see the chart, I can track it and see how far it was from the TV, and I can study whatever happened, but it works for me that way. And I plan to stick that way.
So we have 4 different traders, 4 different approaches, but every one of them is what? Profitable. Why? Because they found what works for them. And they had the discipline to actually stick with it. But there's one more thing they all have in common. Edwin Schreiner says it best.
A lot of my trading revolves around discretion, so it actually does revolve around the way I feel. I took some time to develop my trading conscience so that it gives me good signals, and it took a while for me to understand how to treat those signals and how to feel about them over the course of many trades. You have to make it a habit to be in that mindset we're talking about, where we don't know what it is we're looking for, but we'll know it when we see it. And that's patience. It's alert patience. Whereas, like, if you find yourself in that impatient state of mind where you're just trying to do something, then you trade, and then it sucks, and then you trade again, and you're revenge trading, and la 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 la. And that's a recipe for failure.
That's why they say that it's a tool for self-mastery, or at least for self-knowledge. Because if you know what causes you to behave in a certain way, then you need to structure your process in your life so that you have to get rid of that trigger if it's causing you to do something that's losing you money. By giving your unconscious mind a direction and an objective, and then giving it time, it's going to find the efficient path, just like water will find its way back to the ocean.
So what's the real secret to becoming a funded trader? It's not hidden, it's right there. Risk management, market timing, psychology, execution, and continuous learning. These 5 traders just handed you the blueprint. The question is, are you just going to study it? Or are you actually going to use it, implement it into your trading lifestyle? Because at Hola Prime, we're not looking for people who just want to know how to trade and know how to look at the charts. We want people who are actually ready to do it. Because we do offer the capital, the tools, and the ecosystem to support your journey if you're willing to put in the work and do the execution properly with discipline and learn continuously. The strategies are no longer a secret. Now it's your time to prove that they actually work.
Hola Prime, trade with transparency.